When you're driving down the road and you're in your car, where's your phone? Like, just imagine it. Where is it? In your lap, face up? Is it in the console or beside the cup holder so you can grab it easily if you get a message or just glance over and read it? All of these things play a part in texting and driving and distracted driving. So the only one that I've ever heard of someone like going the extra mile to be safe and not be tempted is my teacher from freshman year. And I think he just really told us this because he knew that a lot of us were turning 15 and 16. So he told us that he kept his phone in his teaching bag in the trunk of his car so that he had no distraction whatsoever. If somebody needed to get a hold of him, his phone wasn't Bluetooth either. If someone wanted to get a hold of him, he had to wait. They had to wait until he parked and then got out and got his phone out to check his messages. And he didn't say anything about ever like any huge emergencies. Usually it's just emails or his wife texting him or something. But it's like so like that's like the extra mile. I've never heard of anybody ever doing that. Almost everyone I know that has Bluetooth in their car, they use it for music, and they switch songs while they're driving, or they send a message really quick, or they at least read it, or if they have a passenger, they ask them to read it, which is honestly the safest thing to do and the most logical because not a lot of people can fathom putting their phone in the trunk of their car. So, according to the AA poll, 94% of teen drivers acknowledge that texting and driving is really dangerous, but 34% of them actually admitted that they do it anyway. And if 34% will actually come out and say they do it, imagine how many were embarrassed and didn't want to talk about if they did it or not. Or they said they didn't when they really do. So, in my old high school, there was a thing called every 15 minutes, which isn't for texting and driving, it's for drunk driving. But it's like really like opened your eyes to what goes on in the world, like what could happen, like through distracted driving, through not being smart in a car, and that's just really scary to think about. But it did like I think it helped because it made people who didn't really think about it more open to it. But that's for drinking and driving. So someone I know has their phone Bluetooth to their car, and I've never like seen this before. Like through the steering wheel, the like behind the steering wheel, there's the message pops up and who it's from, and then she could just say like, "Hey Google, send a message," and then it'll send the message to that person completely hands free. But is that really the best option? Like it's the best, better than picking up your phone, but also like your mind is on other things like what you're going to say to this person, comprehending what they're saying to you. Um, yeah, it's just there's other things that you're focusing on besides the road when you do that. But I feel like it is the best like option if you're alone, because some people just can't fathom like not having their phone when they're driving, even though it's really bad. But it's just like you have to start somewhere. Approximately 660,000 drivers are attempting to use their phones while behind the wheel of an automobile, and that's a lot of people that are tempted or attempting to use their phones. So this morning coming home, um, my sister was driving, and a car was like both lanes were turning, and then the car was switching over into her lane, but like they were like it was like they were squishing us to the side, so she had to slam on her brakes to avoid them swiping her and us getting into a car accident. But if she was on her phone, even for that split second when she looked down to check a message or to change the music or whatever, or even if she was replying back to a message on Bluetooth, if her mind was on something else other than the road, we could have gotten in a car accident this morning. Um, but thankfully she wasn't, and she slammed on the brakes and avoided the car. Um, Distracted driving is dangerous, claiming 2,841 lives in 2018 alone. Among those killed, 1,730 drivers, 605 passengers, 400 pedestrians, and 77 people on a bicycle. And that was just in 2018, and that is a lot of people just for distracted driving. 2,841 lives just because somebody was distracted behind the wheel. And that doesn't even mean like you're distracted, like the driver in this car. It could be a driver and the other car is on their phones and they hit you and then your whole life could change just because someone didn't take the precaution of not texting and driving. So there are a lot of texting and driving associations, and some that I've never heard about at all before ever. And just a couple are Drop It and Drive and Distracted Driving, AA Foundation for Traffic Safety, National Safety Council, Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and I've never heard of any of those at all. Because it's become like a regular, like texting and driving, most people say it's bad, but a lot of people do it. And they don't really see a problem with it. But it is like really dangerous, distracted driving, as you can tell from how many people have died over the years. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about is that a lot of states do have distracted, like, texting and driving laws, like most of them, but 2 states don't have laws at all about, like, it's perfectly legal to get in your car and text and drive, which is crazy. And then in 2 more states, I believe it's Texas and another one, that if you're driving and you're a beginner, you can't be on your phone. But if you're not a beginner driver or a new driver, then you can be on your phone. I believe the states that don't have any driving laws whatsoever are Arizona and Montana, which is absolutely crazy. Like, how many, like, that should be a law, and it's wrong that there aren't laws like that. So, I hope that just talking about this makes you open up your eyes and, like, understand that, like, how many people have died through texting and driving, and that it's just not a good idea at all to make yourself susceptible to distracted driving.